go. Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm just doing a little reaction on the Sunderland Burnley match. Sunderland lose 2-0 to Burnley. Overall, I really have no negatives from the match. It's the second game of the season, so no need to be getting all up in arms about anything. If I, what could I'll start off with? I guess I'll give one. I'll try to find one thing that probably was a little off, but nothing was anything to be looked at. It just looked a little discombobulated, but that's that's what you expect in the second game of the season, so that's why it's not even really a thing. What I did like seeing, I like seeing Talby and Adingra on the wings trying to get crosses in. It'd be nice to see them be a little bit more direct, especially Talby, given like his looking at his pace. Adingra seems like he's a pretty tidy and good dribbler. I missed the first 10-11 minutes trying to get the stream going to see what was going on. I saw Ballard got hurt, so we ain't making excuses. We don't need excuses, but that's just unfortunate. I didn't see it, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at what happened. But that's just unfortunate. Sela came on. From what I saw, he's decent. Yeah, second game, everyone's finding their legs. That's just an unfortunate injury situation. Looked like a little bit of a graveyard shift for my end. There was some passages of play, especially before halftime, that were very clean. I really like seeing that little nice interplay. It just seems when it gets into the interplay, what the end product of the tiki-taka or whatever it seems to happen, it just didn't. It wasn't working today so much. And Burnley got in a flow state at some point. I think around like when that stupid floodlight shit was going on, Burnley started flowing from there. When was that? The 50th minute. They were kind of just like at home, tucked in, you know. So it was a bit comfortable. Their guy Anthony was he was doing it. He was everywhere, making plays for them. He was brilliant. So I think it's good, man. It's good to get a loss early in the season, especially given, I just looked at the ESPN's little bracket, and 75% had us beating Burnley. We both came up together last season. They were better. All we did was beat one team. We beat one team, and went on to lose their second game. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. You gotta look at the bigger picture. So I don't know if that's all Sunderland fans doing that. Probably not, because I wasn't going into this thinking, we necessarily were gonna win again. We don't want to keep doing that guessing win shit. You know what I'm saying? We know what kind of team we are, and we're not at the level as most of these teams. But that's the journey. At the end of this, we need to be here again. So the next year, if we have a good core of players, these guys have all will play this season. They stay in. Now they have another season. You know what I'm saying? They're juiced up and ready to go. Maybe some more signings, maybe not, but that's what we're looking for. So, in my opinion, it was a good second game of the season. With a loss, it's literally irrelevant to me, because you can look at that and say, if Burnley play like that, they'll beat a lot of teams, but it won't be like that, because everyone's getting their legs under them. But around like the week 8, week 9, people the real ones, they'll be in gear. You'll start to see their consistency, the real ones. So don't take too much from the early results, but Sunderland fans, let's just keep our head up. It was an unlucky game, but we go again, and we can't be having this early season we see at other clubs where people get mad and Sela in the 94th minute, he had the ball and he just fucking booted it to the keeper. Like, we don't need that kind of attitude. Yeah, I seen that too, But it's late in the game. We're down 2-0, and he's just a player trying to make a play. If you've ever been in that spot, you're just trying to make a play. You saw someone making a run, and you felt like, but then as soon as you were playing it, he stopped. So then you look. No, it's fine, man. There's many of those plays. I really, really liked Siddiqui late in the game, getting on the ball in the middle, and like trying to orchestrate and get things going. Patty came on and he was trying to get it done. Try Hume, shout out to him. He was working the wing hard, up and back. Great amount of tackles and interceptions from him. Yeah, great game. Alderete, great game in my opinion. It's tidy, calm, composed. I like that in the center back. He ain't afraid to, like, even if someone's rushing at him, he will stand there until you do something. If you don't do nothing, he will just stand there because he's not fazed by you. So he knows what his touch is like, and you really need that. Him and a ballad next to each other. That's pretty much like exactly what we need. I think I'm a little bit not versed. Is Alderete left-footed? Because I almost can't tell. Ray Nildo, he played okay. He getting in and out of this and that. I like that he tried to switch the ball a couple times. Diarra was a bit quiet for me, just a bit, but that's okay. Xhaka, well done, Xhaka. Orchestrator, always on the ball, never afraid of it. That shit where he put his head down and tried to flick the ball. I've seen that in past. We've all seen that in past years from previous players. Only certain players do that. Only certain players do that, and it has to. For a player to do that, it's gotta mean something. So we don't need people saying nothing about the dedication that these players have. You lose that's what I'm saying. You lose in the second game. I'm sure there's fan channels going right alongside mine right now, and they're saying is, oh well, you didn't make this play, and there was this time. It's a match. It happens. You lose. But what would we rather? We'd rather be lose this game. And if we won this game too, and then we go again next week and we win again at Brentford, what are we gonna be thinking? Prem? We getting the title? Is that where our heads are gonna be? It's good. We got a little bit of mix of both. We got a win, the highs of a win, and the lows of a win. We also got the win. We are the highs of a win and the lows of a loss. The good thing was we got the loss away. I mean, if anything, if we can keep the Stadium of Light a fortress, then that's fine. We don't want to lose every game away. That's not the idea. But early in the season, a team that we knew was good defensively, this is a good test. You got clean sheeted in your second game against Burnley. Last season, it wasn't a cakewalk against them either. So you have to know that you gotta, that's fine. That's like in a fight. You got caught with a jab, and you probably got caught with a cross. You didn't get but now here you got caught with an uppercut. So now he hit the Trinity on you. You can't let him. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Can't let him finish you off. So yeah, just huddle back and we'll regroup against Brentford. It's Brentford now. Am I missing anyone I wanted to talk about? I don't want to miss anyone out. Izzy came on. He didn't have much to work with. Paddy, Enzo. I liked Enzo too. He got the ball and he was trying to do stuff with it. I didn't really know what to think of all the crosses. I think we got a little, because of how they were working so much, and when you have Ballard in the team, I don't know if he just, well, obviously himself, but for the team, like, other people get up when he's around, but we'll see about that. I just thought it was a lot of crossing, and a little bit less of, like, it wasn't as direct, but that can vary on the opponent. Regis probably told him, just get them in there, even if we lose, just get the crosses in there. We want to try the cross thing early in the season and see if that's a thing for, can that be a get out of jail free card later in the season? Because we practiced it early. We know how to cross. You know, you look, if you want to practice something, you do it more and more and more and more. Like this stupid FIFA game. If people want to be good at FIFA, you just gotta play it more and more and more and do different things. Like today we overloaded crosses. Last week we got a bunch of crosses. So I early in the season I see that, and I don't mind that because you don't see that in the Prem that much anymore. But this is good because you whip these crosses and you go back, you look at the film, and you see how the defenders are reacting to your runs and what kind of runs you need to make to get on the end of these balls. And then once you get consistency out wide, you might have a game plan here with a solo striker in the box. Or you see we dump about 2 or 3 in, so there's always someone in there. Knockdowns. First ball is most important, but the second ball is where you need it. The first ball, because the first ball can just be a little tap, a dink, a leave, and it just gets to the next level. If the cross, because not every cross needs to hit the back post. Sometimes you need to whip the cross to the near post. And when you have like a Mayenda who's small and quick, he can run across something and just slice a header to someone else. Slice it, dink it, maybe get it himself. Get some. That's I see the idea. So no problem with that. The keeper. Indecisive a couple times, but you know, like everything else, it's early. New league, he's getting his feet under him. Yeah, he didn't have much work to do, other than the goals. He got skipped around. Not much he can do there. On the Anthony goal, it's just not good defending. Caught on the counter. Xhaka's the only one back. He's not gonna have the legs to catch that guy. So yeah, that's stuff that in the film room you just watch it back and I'm sure that'll be that kind of stuff's okay. I'm gonna assume that's Gui. What Gui? He came on. He trying to get on some headers. I see he's a powerful guy. Tried to make some things happen. Closed down some keepers. We like that. Got his debut. That's nice. Nothing from Riggy. Nothing from Neil. Yeah, I mean, good game overall, lads. We go again. I'm gonna watch the. Let's see if it's up or not. It's probably no way it's up. It's not gonna be up. I'll watch it later, but so I stream like Battlefield and stuff on I stream Battlefield and stuff on my Battlefield FIFA on my Twitch, but I'm gonna do most of the football stuff on here. So we'll go again against Brentford. Hopefully I can get the Peacock thing worked out so I can actually do the visual radio so I can talk to people during the game and explain, you know, what's going on. Because there was a few times the game was just, you know, up and down, back and forth, ball all over the place. Almost feel like that plays into our favor sometimes. But when you have a player like Xhaka and Alderete, yeah, those kind of guys, they want to keep it tidy. And that no problem with that. But then you have like a Mayenda who likes to get in behind. I saw Mayenda get it once or twice, and he tried to do what he did before. You know, he tries to just go directly at him. He beats the first guy, but as he'll probably notice in the premise, it's gonna be tough to beat the 1, 2, 3 and get through like he used to. So these guys ain't really mucking about, and the challenges are gonna come in tough. So he'll make that adjustment. There's no problem on that. He'll get himself some more goals. In some games, obviously we'll see. Hopefully the fans keep their head open, but when someone gets dropped or changed, it's not always a problem. So like if in that game Izzy started and Mayenda sat, people can't say, "Oh, why are you sitting Mayenda?" In a game like that, maybe because it's early, there's no problem. You just keep the lineup, you're building a foundation here. But like if Izzy was in, I think the big strong center backs, he can cause like a problem. Did you see when Izzy hurt? He didn't necessarily hurt him. The guy hurt himself stretching for it, but Izzy spun off, and it was an almost unlucky ball, but the guy got hurt. It's just stuff like that, you know, because he's a bit more of a physicality type guy and not run past you type guy. He's not afraid to bump it up and bump you and get into some twists and turns. He's quick too. Don't sleep on him because he's a little lanky. He's quick, so he'll that little spin move. Five games from now, that might end up being a goal. So you'll never know. Is there any other touching points you want to reach? Subs were fine too. He didn't really see Izzy he didn't really see Riggy in this game. Yeah, that's okay as well. I don't know if something's going on with him or I don't know, but um, eager to see Riggy on the pitch. Maybe the last 10 minutes, maybe he could have did something, but that's okay too. We're in the second game. We're fine. And if we lose next week, and then we lose next week, and then we lose next week, I'm gonna have the same attitude because we gotta keep going. 38 games, that's the goal. If we lose next week, and we lose 5 games, and all the fans start saying some crap, start getting down, that's not how it works, man. Positivity, it's I almost say it's unfortunate because you have to keep doing it. You can't just do it once and say, "Oh, stay positive," and then next week you're not positive. There's gonna be as we go on in the season, we can't keep using this. Oh, it's the first, it's the second, it's the beginning of the season. At some point we're gonna have to get tucked in and start evaluating what's really going on. But I look on the bench and I still see we have some guys that are coming in from big clubs that aren't even on the bench yet. So we're still not even at our full cohesion together. Guihi got his debut, so we still got debuters and stuff like that. Other clubs do too, but that's what I'm saying. When it's just everyone keep their pants on right now. Keep your pants on. We're good to go for now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole analysis I got. I want to say at the end, for anyone that watches this, I stream on Twitch, some video games and this that. But more importantly, I want to do I'm going to be doing the visual radio of the game. So I'll have the game on my monitor here. I have my stream up, and as I'm watching, I'll just explain. Most people know this stuff. They're called watch-alongs. Goldbridge and Arsenal and all these TV channels have one, but I just want to do one for Sunderland, and it's just a place for other fans that want to come in that have a difference of opinion. There's probably many Sunderland channels. I don't really watch though, but if I'm busy, like if I'm busy or in class or something, that's where I can watch. That's where I do a watch along, because I don't really have the streaming services on my phone, or I won't even really do that in class. But what I'm saying, I can have an earbud in, and if someone's streaming, if someone I like has the game up, and they're just what I'm saying, just talking it over, I can kind of see what's going on. Hear a red card, hear a tackle or a goal, and what I'm saying, I don't necessarily have to be watching the game. And if it's a person with good football opinion, open-minded football opinion, then that's the kind of channel I would watch. I don't like the blame game people. It doesn't matter if you say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Someone that was stupid. That's all fine, but to people that are making channels, going after the game and coming after your own players. I heard an analogy from I think it was Jimmy Carr. You might as well key your own fucking car. Why are you talking shit about your players? They're your players. they're already getting stick. People forget this is another human. He's getting his own shit from, his newspapers. He sees social media. Even if he doesn't read it, it's out there. When he's walking in off the bus from somewhere, oh, you shit. You fucking shit. They get it. So you don't need to be getting it from your own fans. I never understand that when they go on and they're like, this player was shit. Why the fuck would you make that pass? We lost the boat. Yo, that's not helpful. That's not helpful at all to anyone. You're not helping the manager, the players, the club, the kit man, the fucking kitchen lady. You're not helping anyone by coming on and shitting on your own players. No one's saying you have to go up and suck up and say, oh, you did good, little Timmy. Here's your participation trophy. This is a big man game. So if you ain't doing it, shit needs to be said. But, almost treat it like your family. You're doing some shit, I wouldn't do that, but, you know what I'm saying, I'll back it still. But if it's train wreck, then, you have to say something. Train wreck, like, I'm on my bike, and I'm headed down the train line for whatever reason. It's been a long day. And, the train's coming right at me. Then I'll run over and snatch your dumb ass because you're being stupid. But if you're just going through the gears, take it easy. So I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep stressing it. 38 games is 38 games. So, for all the football fans that remember that, this 2-0 loss, it's gone already. Or for me it is. It should be gone already. But let me wrap this up. I don't want to make these too long. I'm not trying to do some fucking monologues every week. I'm going to shorten these up, but it's my first one, so it's kind of long. 20 minutes is extremely long. I'll cut these down to like 5-10 minutes after the game. I'll just keep my notes, and I'll keep them wrapped up. None of this yapping shit. So, good game, boys. Unlucky loss, but we go again. Take care, everyone.